There is no second best.
Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning, another day of chaos. There's so much going on, guys. I gotta start a little earlier to get over through most of it. Oh my god, so much, guys. Good morning. How you guys doing in the chat? Comments with the pleasantries. Let's Bag Holders Anonymous. Balls live by Balls. All lots of lube live. Good morning. Good morning, Chaos. Good morning. So much. We're gonna get into it, guys. There's so much chaos. Good morning, Chaos family. How's it going? Mario Gomez in the chat. Cliff. Cliff. Thank you, Cliff. He's got a product you may want to look into getting. We'll talk about that here in a second. Brandon White also here. How's it going this morning? Crypto Quint. Good morning, fellas. Good morning. Happy joy to everybody. Coda Bicula coming in with the punching Shiba Inu. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Cody. How you been, man? How you been? I imagine your job is getting worse and worse by the day as more chaos continues. Oh man, I've been hearing this. I gotta get into it, guys. I can't hold back anymore. There's so much chaos right now. Pawn shops, yes, even probably jewelry makers as well, getting hit since the rising cost of gas continues over the United States.
Gas prices are driving more Americans to pawn shops for quick cash. Owners say demand for small, high-interest loans is climbing as people struggle to cover basics like fuel and groceries. Even middle-income customers are pawning valuables. Analysts say booming pawn businesses often signal deeper financial distress, which is obvious. That's like NINSS, yes.
Yeah, correct. That's not great. It is what it is. Meanwhile, Matt, what we're all watching this weekend, U.S. and Iranian delegations set to meet in Pakistan tomorrow as Washington calls on Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. For more on...
All right, of course, the Strait of Hormuz, of course, that's all the headlines have been lately. It's just the Strait of Hormuz, again, right now, accepting about $1 per barrel, average tanker right now holding about 2 to 3 million barrels. They're only getting about 16 ships through a day on average, and they used to do about, 150? There's about 250 sitting there just kind of waiting to get through. Let's take a look and see what else is going on. I got a lot of headlines.
The data we just got, March CPI inflation rising 0.9%, the biggest monthly jump since 2022. Core CPI falling below expectations, suggesting that underlying inflation may be stabilizing at a lower pace. The data leading traders to price in one Fed rate cut later this year.
It's all fake anyway. It's all fake data anyway. What else we got?
Astronauts of NASA's Artemis 2.
Artemis, yeah. Forget Artemis. What else we got? They're gonna be landing. Taylor Swift, screw her. She's getting married, screw her. What else we got? We got a whole bunch more over here on Doomberg. More. Just kind of extended into, of course, what the rate cuts are looking like this year, based on, of course, the inflation data we just got from March.
The energy shock?
That's exactly what we expect from the Fed. So the increase in the month-over-month headline number, March over February, was entirely attributable to gasoline prices. Gasoline makes up about 3% of the CPI index, and it was up 21%. So that's that differential there. Given the ceasefire, we think that is sort of cover for the Fed to look through this energy crisis and keep rates on hold when they meet later this month.
What about for investors, Jessica? Does it now mean we can look through inflation and look through to earnings?
I think investors are already doing that. I think this is more of the same that we've seen in markets, this persistent optimism, this buy the dip propensity.
Yes, Goldman Sachs coming out Monday saying buy the dip. Tom Lee coming out Tuesday saying buy the dip. Did you guys buy the dip yet? All right. Getting back to the chat real quick again. I just want to remind you, winning.
Win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
Of course, calling for baseline bear again last night, landing almost entirely on top of our baseline, almost like every single day, right? I'm so tired of this shit. Damn it! Stupid. All right. What else you got in the chat, guys? How we doing this morning? How you guys feeling? The Tau. We caught that. Tau crashed about 9%. I don't know. a whim yesterday and during our live stream. It wasn't the only one though. It wasn't the only one. ADA also falling down yesterday as well on Thursday. I did of course get a piece of this action. Thanks again to Jake the Snake. Shouting out to Jake the Snake. Might be buying again today too. If we see another retracement down to the trend line on ADA. ADA is like hovering above the all-time lows. It's ridiculous. 25 cents on ADA. What the hell? What the hell have we been doing, guys? Well, it's crazy, crazy market. All right, let's get back to it, guys. Yeah, and what else we got in the chat? Good morning, sunshiners. Braveheart McFreedom, of course, the one man in the world I know of who knows the truth, the true freedom, of course, is yeah, Braveheart McFreedom. Good morning, freedom. That's what we're here for, right? Yeah, that's what we're here for. Financial freedom. What else we got this morning? Okay, JD Vance is going to be, of course, yeah, back and forth with Iran in terms of negotiations. That's Trump putting him on that pedestal last month, of course.
Iran doesn't appear to be letting up on their leverage there. President Trump issuing fresh threats overnight, saying that Iran better not be charging tolls and that the country is doing a very poor...
I had to clip this because hear that again. They better not be charging what? Tolls?
Overnight, saying that Iran better not be charging tolls and that the...
Better not be charging them Bitcoin tolls, man. We can't be losing the petrodollar to Bitcoin. Yes, literally. This is what's going on. I told you guys this yesterday. I said we're going to get boots on the ground if they continue to do this because they're going to want to protect the dollar at all costs. At all costs. We want a weak dollar, but we don't want it destroyed. We don't want it destroyed. Right? That's, of course, similar to what Trump said last year. Or the beginning of this year, I don't forget when he said it's just too much coverage every day. Too much coverage every day. 72,300 on Bitcoin right now, still holding above 70. I've been asking you guys every day, pull back Bitcoin less than 70K. When? Maybe soon. Maybe. Probably not. Probably not. According to what we've been seeing here in the past 3 days, still keeping these levels. Cody coming in with another $4 super bone. Thank you so much, Cody. Oh, for that bone there, all wrapped up. Thank you so much, Cody. I appreciate you. Braveheart Freedom says dooming booming out the gate. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you see through the psyop. Yes, Brandon. Yes. Fake data, fake Artemis, Fartimus. Oh, Fartimus. Yeah, that's another thing I have on there too. We're gonna get through all this, guys. Oh my God, there's so much.
President Trump presses Iran.
We got 3 minutes.
Damn it. Strait of Hormuz again as Israel and Hezbollah trade fire, clouding peace talks set for tomorrow.
There's no ceasefire.
Data this morning shows how quickly the Iran war is rippling through the U.S. economy.
And big banks head into earnings season as Scott Bessent and Jerome Powell call a meeting.
This is interesting, guys. There is a secret meeting going on because of cybersecurity concerns and AI, of course. I told you my biggest fear when it came to Bitcoin, right? And if you guys remember what that is, I told you guys back in December of last year, and I continue to remind you as much as I possibly can, the biggest threat to Bitcoin really is going to be shutting down the internet due to some sort of AI breakout. Well, guess what? We have something like that today.
Amid a new AI threat.
Oh man, I'm obsessed and terrified about this story. I have to say,
it's pretty amazing.
I know there's a lot going on today, but I'm most excited to talk about that because it could be the end of civilization as we know it.
Well, I think there are two incredible threads, right? On the one hand, there's the AI and the fact that it escaped from its testing cage
and bragged about it.
Exactly. On the other hand, there's a secret maybe meeting of the Treasury Secretary
and Jerome
the Fed
Powell.
Chair and the top bank CEOs that we didn't know about for a few days.
So I can't wait to get into it. In the meantime, Matt, in the pre-market, I am watching AI stocks on a different story though.
All right. I got so many clips to share with you guys. The opening bell is going to happen in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Fed Chair Jerome Powell summoned Wall Street CEOs to an urgent meeting on concern that Anthropic's Mythos AI model will cause an era of increased cyber risk. Carolyn Hyde, co-host of Bloomberg Tech, joins us now. So, I mean, the meeting in itself I find fascinating, but the fact that there's an AI model that apparently escaped from its testing cage and then went online to brag to human engineers about it, then tried to cover up its track is a little bit freaky. And cool. And cool.
And cool, and Anthropic is riding on the cool,
so much
freaky
doom
mythos around all of mythos at the moment.
Yeah.
Look, this is previously unreported that Jerome Powell and Scott Bessent are so worried about the power of AI systems more broadly. Of course, we know that Mythos is the key one here. The Glasswing project was already announced by the...
All right, and of course these meetings are, I guess, very, very secretive, very private, anything else going on? We got to get over there, guys. We got about a minute. I got to get through the rest of these
headlines around the world. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un
is
flexing his alliances and firepower ahead of President Trump's China trip. After fresh missile tests, Pyongyang is hosting China's top diplomat, signaling tighter Beijing ties. Kim now demands recognition as a nuclear power before any U.S. talks, raising the stakes for potential diplomacy.
You will recognize we have bombs too. We have big bombs too. Again, shout out to Jake the Snake this morning, hanging out with yours truly, Kim Jong-un. Just waiting here for you. 52,000, 55,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, 58 maybe. Okay, we're moving the goalpost to the end of this month from Jake the Snake. I have to shout it out, man. I love you, King. I love you, King of Ohio. And yeah, your newfound friend, Kim Jong-un. Back in the headlines again, man. Rocket Man's back. All right, guys, we got to get back to it. Doomberg.
On this, Jennifer Kavanaugh, Director of Military Analysis.
They're going to be back here opening the bell for us right now.
We are moments away from the start of trading. This is Bloomberg Open Interest. I'm Matt Miller. We are looking at futures that have now turned positive. So S&P futures and NASDAQ futures, as well as Russell futures, all higher. We could see an eighth consecutive day of gains for the S&P.
Let's open the chaos.
Near the opening bell down at the New York Stock Exchange, you've got Natixis Investment Management ringing the bell, celebrating an ETF, the Natixis Loomis Sales Focus Growth ETF, up 63% over the last 5 years, no big deal. And it's ETF Friday, so we're going to be talking about ETFs in just a little bit. Down at the NASDAQ market site, you've got the Senate Press Secretaries Association. So these are the spokespeople for some of the least popular men and women in America. In fact, I just looked at the Gallup poll results, and Congress and senators are even less popular than journalists.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know it's low when they're less popular than us. Well, they're happy, and you know what? They should be.
Shedding tears of joy.
They're still doing a civic duty.
I believe that's the first time I've ever seen anyone shed a tear of joy at a bell ringing. Yeah.
Was someone actually crying there?
Oh, it's gone now.
Wow, I missed that.
Is it still called crying if they're tears of joy? Is that
yes,
still crying?
Yes, the act of crying is tears coming out, whether it's happy or sad. Okay, to something completely different now. Some of the stocks I'm looking at pre-market.
Completely different and the same as every day.
And maybe you'd shed a tear because of the huge sums of money coming through. And to Matt's point, have you heard this one before? Someone renting data center capacity from CoreWeave. Yesterday, it was Meta. Today, it is Anthropic. CoreWeave shares up 4.3% as we get closer to the end of humanity with new models coming out from Anthropic. NVIDIA, that's higher by 0.7%.
The end is coming.
And TSMC,
AI is
yet
here.
Another sales figure. Still strong AI chip demand, sales rising 45% in March.
I can't believe CoreWeave has only doubled in the past. It's up like 130%. Since it went public.
Yeah, but remember we had all those fears of bubbles and taking on too much debt. I think that put a ceiling, I mean, obviously a massive and a huge and a very high ceiling, but a ceiling on CoreWeave.
Well, I look forward to the interview with CEO Michael Intrater coming on Bloomberg Tech at 11:30. Check on markets right now following the CPI print. Ahead of U.S.-Iran peace talks, you can see that the cash trade higher, the 2-year yield also climbing just a little bit, but holding in that range. Crude also really not moving at $98, $99. Brent crude at 95 or 96. The inflation number wasn't a surprise. We knew it was going to come, but incredible inflation in the last month. Joining us to talk about this is Mira Pandit, JP Morgan Asset Management Global Market Strategist. Mira, almost 1 full % month over month for the headline number, and we can expect more to come. I guess this isn't a problem for equities.
Well, ultimately, it was something that was expected. We knew we were going to see something in the 3s or higher when we looked at headline inflation.
We don't believe it.
Gasoline.
We don't believe it.
And the good news is that 3/4 of that overall increase did come from gasoline. So it's not coming from a variety of other sources. And when you look at core inflation, that is still relatively tame, just 0.2% increase.
But you look at that year-over-year number, and it's still in the mid-2s, and that's going to be something that the Fed wants to continue to see come down and make progress. So it's almost from an inflation.
It's higher than it actually being reported. Okay, cool. So yeah, largest jump since 2022. That's what we have going. Doomberg talking right now. Let's take a look at CNBC and get reactions, of course, from Kramer and friends. TSMC posts 35% jump in revenue with new record high as AI chip demand stays strong. What else is new?
Is that, that the Chinese decide, it's time to be able to see if those elections are as fair as they should.
The Taiwanese opposition leaders meeting with Xi Jinping for the first time in a decade, and we'll see. Some argue it's becoming an opportune time for the Chinese.
I think that's true. And again, I want to emphasize again, I'm just coming at it from the point of view of a risk factor on each stock, as we would be talking to Michael Intrader about his.
Well, it's a risk factor for everything. I mean, a Chinese takeover of Taiwan is not just limited to what the impact would be on Taiwan semi.
No, I know.
It would be, you tell me, what's the down day in the market that happens? I mean,
and then Greer today,
it's historic.
Greer on Squawk saying that if it ends up that China is benefiting Iran in these negotiations, that's going to complicate matters between us and them.
Well, look, here's what
we already heard that they were last week. All right. Let's see what else is going on. This is all old news. Come on, guys, old news. Let's get into the headlines here. Anything else happening over here on CNBC's headlines? Consumer prices rose 3.3% in March as energy prices spiked due to Iran conflict. Treasury yields are steady after March core inflation was less than expected. U.S. oil slips below $100 as Trump demands reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. And of course, Strait of Hormuz right now is allegedly accepting crypto Bitcoin payments for safe passage. Powell Besson discussed Anthropic's Mythos, AI cyber threat with major U.S. banks. And let's dive a little more into that piece of doom this morning. Fed Chair Jerome Powell and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent was met with the heads of the major U.S. banks to discuss the cyber threat of Anthropic's new Mythos model. From what I understand, Jamie Dimon was not present, though. He's like, calling us one off. Anthropic rolled out the Mythos this week in a limited capacity over concerns that the hackers could exploit its capabilities. JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon was the only major banking CEO who could not attend the meeting. Okay, they even cited that there too. The Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent met with major bank CEOs this week. Discussed the possible cyber risk raised by Anthropic's Mythos model. CNBC's conferred on Friday. The bank heads were already in Washington D.C. for the Financial Services Board meeting. That was, of course, for the Clarity Act. They had, of course, that meeting this week. As well, the CEOs had a dinner early in the week, and they got the call to meet with the Treasury Department. One of the people said J.P. Morgan's Jamie Dimon was the only major banking CEO who was not present. Bank of America's Brian Moynihan. Okay, Citigroup, James Fraser, Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon, Morgan Stanley's Ted Pick, and Wells Fargo Charlie Scharf were all in attendance. Bloomberg reported citing that people familiar with the meeting. Bloomberg and Financial Times were first to report the special meeting. The Federal Reserve declined to comment on CNBC. The Treasury Department, Anthropic, did not respond to requests for comment. Earlier this week, Anthropic rolled out its new artificial intelligence model, Claude Mythos preview, in a limited capacity due to concerns about hackers could exploit its capabilities. Banking giant JP Morgan Chase was among the initial launch partners for the cybersecurity initiative known as the Project Glasswing. Other partners include Apple, Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and I'm sure more. Obviously this is coming up very concerning because I'm sure at some point AI is going to be able to just, get into any bank account and take whatever they want eventually. Obviously we have quantum concerns here in crypto, but nothing bigger than the simple rails that the financial sector is already running on right now in legacy. These things were created years ago. Decades ago, but probably even before I was born. The dangers of getting this wrong are obvious, but if we do get it right, there's a real opportunity to create a fundamentally more secure internet and world that we had before. That's coming from Dario Amodi. wrote in a post on X accompanying from Glasswing's rollout. Hackers have used Anthropic's models in the past to orchestrate AI-fueled attacks. In November, the company disclosed that Chinese group used Claude to automate a hack on the government and corporate targets. Anthropic is currently fighting the Department of Defense over the recent labeling of the AI lab as a supply chain risk to national security. This week, a federal appeals court denied the company's request to temporarily block the backlisting. All right, so that's what your current AI doom is this morning. I guess it's loading. Complete AI takeover is loading. All right, anything else happening over here on the headlines today? Again, a lot of doom this morning. S&P 500 is about to wipe out Iran war losses. Why stocks are more optimistic than oil. Again, everyone's been buying the dip in the last day or two. BlackRock rips page from hedge fund playbook, applies to exchange-traded funds. China's Xi Jinping invokes threat of Taiwan independence in first cross-strait opposition talks in a decade. The Masters have become the biggest event in the year. Source golf sports. Trump says that Iran better stop now if it's charging oil tankers fees to go through the Strait of Hormuz. And again, that's still a big deal right now in the crypto world because they just started accepting crypto for passage. In the past few weeks. President Donald Trump said on Thursday that Iran better stop now if they're charging fees of oil tankers. Again, what we've been hearing, again, mixed news. It's either crypto or some sort of crypto, and of course people are leaning on Bitcoin more for facilitating that transaction. Whether or not that's real, I don't know, but all the headlines are jumping to Bitcoin. Trump warning on the Truth Social post that even more the strain on the fragile ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran less than 2 days after it began. Trump said on Tuesday evening that the U.S. would agree to a 2-week suspension of hostilities against the Islamic Republic on the condition that it'll agree to a complete and immediate safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz. And again, guys, what we heard again from yesterday's update was only about 16 vessels are approved to go through. They're getting hungry now. Again, we're talking about humanitarian crisis right now in the Strait of Hormuz. There's like 250 tankers or more sitting on the sidelines waiting safe passage. Iran is in the meanwhile planning to charge shipping firm fees to be paid in cryptocurrency. This is what we're getting the most, being reoccurred reporting of this. Some of them go into detail and say specifically Bitcoin, $1 per barrel each. And again, each tanker holds somewhere between 2 to 3 million barrels. Again, we did the math. I'll do it again. If there's 250 on the sidelines right now, if they go back to normal, traffic, that's 150 vessels, I think, going through the Strait of Hormuz a day. And if they're getting charged, $2 to $3 million, let's just say 2.5. Oh my God, I did $2.5 million. Jesus, math, numbers, come on. $2.5 million, per 150 vessels going through the Strait of Hormuz. That's a lot of effing money. About $56 billion a day. Looks like if you're just doing an average there, something like that. All right. So yeah, to allow this, and that's some Bitcoin purchases, guys. To allow the vessels to sail through the waterway, Financial Times reported Wednesday there are reports that Iran is charging fees to tankers going through the Hormuz Strait. Trump wrote in a Thursday post, "They better not be, and if they are, they're gonna better stop now." That's it. Just like a child. You better not. You better not take my nose. Damn you.
What are you, stupid?
Oh, jeez. Okay. In a follow-up post, Trump said, because of me, Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, and very quickly you'll see oil start flowing with or without the help of Iran. And me, it makes no difference. Of course, Trump made the threat just a week or two ago, saying that we might as well call it the Strait of Trump. The Strait of Trump. Of course, saying that he's going to just take it over and do whatever the hell he wants with it. That's what, of course, his tactics have been here lately. All right. Let's get back to the chat, guys. How you doing? How you guys feeling? How you doing? Where were we? ET phone home? What? ETF phone home. Oh, geez. ETF Friday or ET Friday. Extraterrestrial Friday. Oh, no. Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh, my. I lose my freaking eyes. I'm blind. I'm blind. Oh my god.
What are you, stupid?
What's up, Otaku? How's it going? Duet stream. Did I miss the show? Am I late? No, you are on time, roughly on time. Of course, the opening bell just happened. Everything is fine. Everything's fine now. Yeah, just watching the next episode of the Cliff Files. Speaking of the Cliff Files, guys, here, new product has now hit the market. Cliff is letting you guys know it's now available to purchase.
The news cycle doing your head in? Yes, I'm talking to you, and definitely you. Well, don't worry, Bunnings have launched the Fuck It Bucket, a high-tech orange bucket designed to block out noise, bad news, and anything you simply don't want to hear. Fitted with patented Trump-proof news-cancelling technology, just pop it on and the world disappears.
Oh, what the hell?
And global demand has even hit the White House.
You know who else didn't help us? Australia didn't help us. You know who else didn't help us?
I think they're going to need more
Japan.
buckets. A Bunnings spokesman has advised that the Fuck It Bucket is more than just a really cool-looking orange face bucket thingo. It's a multi-purpose mental health fortress. It can fix any arguments.
What are you doing? Are you even listening?
And protect you from emotional football damage. But Bunnings have also advised to be careful and take the bucket off before entering a bank. With reports, there has been numerous people accidentally shot down in recent weeks.
What the hell? Jesus. Of course, brought to you by Tito's, the Fuck It Bucket. Get yours today. What the hell, Cliff? Crazy. All right, guys, so it gets back to the chat real quick. I got to catch up with you guys, then we got to get back into Doomberg before something else breaking happens. So, of course, you guys just joining in. Of course, we called for baseline bear last night. We got, of course, almost right on top of our baseline. Of course, we're calling for baseline bear last night. All right, what else we got in the chat? Happy Joy. Good morning, Joy. How you doing this morning, Joy? Cliff says, interesting how an AI company loses a government contract and then back to the news. Wow. Yeah, back-to-back news advertising for free. Yeah, for free. Bad news is also, good advertising, right? Good marketing. Duet Stream says, what's up, Otaku? What's up? $10 super chat coming in from Cliff. Dancing with the Chaos this morning. Whoa, boom.
Give me money. Money now. Me, money, needing a
Oh
lot
my
now.
gosh. Duet Stream says, hey, Otaku, I have an idea. If it pumps the market, I can ask my governors to just accept crypto for straight up past tariffs. Oh my god. Cliff says, watch out for those meeting locations. Those JP Morgans can't make. Yeah. That's true. Japan makes crypto an acceptable form of currency. No one is talking about this. You're talking about like actual accepting it as currency, kind of like El Salvador. Let's see what the headline actually goes into detail on, because I saw that this morning, but I mean I just took it as a nothing burger. Japan accept cryptocurrency. They've been ahead of most countries in general. They were the ones that first regulate an asset, a digital asset. That was Jasmine, like 2022, 2023, somewhere in the bear market in the previous cycles. Okay, so what is the headline this morning? Let's see if I can find it. Japan regulates crypto assets as financial instruments. As of 9 hours ago, Japan tightens oversight with insider trading bans and new disclosure rules as crypto markets attract more institutional participation. This seems very blanketed. The Japanese government amended the Financial Instruments and Exchange Act on Friday to classify crypto assets as financial instruments. The amendment also bans insider trading and also other activities and involve buying and selling based on undisclosed information. The Nikkei reported. The amended act will now require cryptocurrency issuers to be more transparent and disclose information once a year. I guess this is a big deal, but it's not really a big deal. I mean, this is going to happen eventually, or at least like officially. 2024, the VCs were just allowed to start purchasing crypto. The venture capital wasn't even allowed to participate until 2024. So they've been taking this slow. Japan's Financial Services Agency was previously regulated crypto assets under the Payment and Settlement Act, citing the potential use of that means of the form of payment. However, the regulations and classifications have now been updated to reflect the increasing institutional investment in the asset class. By reclassifying the crypto as a financial instrument rather than a payment method, Japan is now moving crypto out of the exponential payments category and into the same league as the stock markets. Okay, so that's the detail right there. They're going from payment to also a financial instrument. Again, like I just said, I remember in 2024, it wasn't, we got that huge, I use Jasmine as a good example because that was the first regulated crypto in Japan. And I go back to the chart, if I can actually scroll all the way down here. Come on. Oh my God. I'm going to get back to the daily chart here. Go back to the past. This right here. Back here in 2024, this particular breakout was when Japan started allowing, and I used to have a pin there. I don't know where the pins went. Japan started allowing, venture capitalists to participate in the crypto sector. So again, maybe we'll start to see a little bit of a rise out of Jasmine again. Maybe, hopefully. It's got a lot of other problems. But anyway, we're looking at Japan getting back into the thick of it. Also, the other big thing that most people aren't talking about, they did change their taxes, their tax brackets. Of course, the capital gains tax in Japan. I wonder if they're going to mention this. ETFs coming to Japan soon. Metaplan, of course, has been killing it over there with Bitcoin, offering Bitcoin options for institutions for 2 or 3 years now. And then capital gains tax changes in Japan to 20%. I think it's flat 20. Down from 45 in Japan for crypto. Let me get the deets on that for you again. All right. Capital gains for cryptocurrency tax and miscellaneous income progressive rates was now was as high as 55% in 2026. There is a proposal to implement a flat tax of 20%. Pretty sure that passed a month or two ago. 20%. Come on. Japan reclassified the 105 cryptos as financial products, 20% tax rate, and what it means for leverage traders. So again, I'm pretty sure that already passed. It's just a little off on that. Japan slashes crypto tax, caps is a flat 20%. This is coming in as a day ago over on Tech Story. So I'm not sure what the timeline was on this. March 31st, and that's going right into the new financial year. Again, the new fiscal year for Japan started on the 1st of this month. So again, it's going to be a pretty big explosion, especially also too with the yen carry trade. Everything's kind of unwinding. Rates starting their hike over there. Crypto could be another escape valve for Japan. Since they're going to probably stop buying our U.S. treasuries. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on. Back over here on Doomberg. I got to get back over here. Talking about Citigroup right now. Big banks face key test as earnings season begins. What are we talking about?
On the trading side, no question. Look, this is going to be a very good quarter. We're expecting that trading revenues are going to be up double-digit year on year. It's probably going to be a record trading quarter in terms of just dollars. But again, I think the focus is going to be on the outlook. Have we moved from good volatility to bad volatility in certain markets? And I think the focus will be on rate markets in particular and commodity markets. And is there an expectation that you are going to see a fade in terms of trading revenues heading into the second half, especially given the de-risking that we've seen in the hedge fund community?
All right, Richard, great having you here. Hope we can get you back soon. Richard Branson there of Goldman Sachs Research, covering the financials as we get prepared for earnings season to kick off. Coming up, software shares slumping as investors continue to gauge the AI risk. We'll talk about whether it's that or positioning next. It's ETF Friday. This is Open Interest.
Yay! All right, let's get back to the chat again. I guess Kramer and friends, just real quick, they're probably on break already. Yes, they are. All right. We get back to the chat. What we have from Braveheart and Freedom. Sounds like to me that Bitcoin just erased the petrodollar. Yes, that's what I'm talking about for 20% of the world. Energy trade, bullish AF. Yeah, but my fear was, and I was talking about this last night, that because they are going to, of course, be threatening the petrodollar, again, threatening. The whole reason why we're over there is because of the freaking petrodollar, in my opinion. I believe that accepting that Bitcoin for tolls, safe passage, is going to start a bigger war. Boots on the ground probably next weekend. That was my that was kind of my prediction on that. Crypto Quinn says it's like the chum bucket on SpongeBob. What the hell? Oh jeez. The bucket. The bucket. Brandon White says like a store of value through assets. 20% is doable, says Brandon White. All right. Okay, I think we're all caught up now. Yes, we are. All right, let's get back to it. Bitcoin currently sitting at 72,200, still above 70,000 yet another day, guys. When are we going to consolidate? I'm a permabull, but I'm still waiting for a pullback. It's like we're so used to these things, of course, consolidating. And there's 10 o'clock approaching about 5 minutes from now. More than likely, yeah, we'll probably see a correction then, but it's just been up and to the right. I threw that on the chart yesterday. Did I get rid of it? Was it a different time frame? No, it's gone. Basically what I did yesterday is I just kind of copied the bars pattern for you guys and threw it on there. And we just did this, and we just threw it over there. We just threw it on top of it, and we shrunk it down. It pretty much lined it right on top of it again. If we're doing the same damn thing, eventually we're gonna get exhausted to the upside, right? We're getting a little diminished here. Maybe one more leg up to 73, and then maybe we'll start to see a correction. Maybe, but as of right now, it's still up and to the right. Let's take a look at the overall sentiment. We haven't done that this morning. Let's take a look at crypto first. Bitcoin. Yes, take a look at Bitcoin's current prices on the order books. We're hitting a wall right now. Bears are setting up shop now, wailing to short. But is it too early? Is it still too early? They've been trying to build structure here to short it, and there's still a lot of longs just below our 72K level. Let's get into it. All right, so right now we're looking at the overall trading volume just a little bit above the bears, only about by $1 billion, a little less than that, about 900 or 800 million dollars right now in trading volume. Then we're looking at, of course, the key areas of resistance and support. Right now the bears are trying to short it at about 72.4 down to maybe 71.6. More than likely they're not going to get that though. 71.6, if that doesn't hold, then you're looking at 71.3, and there's probably a bigger, yes there is, look at that, a bigger level down there at around like 71 flat, probably 71 flat. It's hard to tell there. Yeah, probably 71 flat. All right, so that's the hottest thing we have here today. So look for a bounce right around 71 flat, maybe 70,300 if they really want to push for this short this morning at around 10 o'clock, 10:30, loading at about between 5 and 15 minutes to start to see some serious shit. Looking bullish today again, short term, right? All higher on the order books, higher. Every single level is pushing higher today, this morning. Short term bullish. Midterm, of course, on the weekly here, same thing, looking bullish. Bitcoin's still killing it. Wow, holy crap. We're continuing to add more and more on the way up, and even the bears are starting to get pushed back to around 80K and adding more around up those levels. Right now we keep smashing through all of the major areas. We're still holding resistance right around 73. Again, we touched that yesterday around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Did we touch it again last night? I doubt it. No, it's still that one wick at 6 o'clock yesterday, right? Yeah, I'm not seeing any more wicks. Okay. All right. And yeah, long term, of course, we still have not touched the golden pockets. Again, looking stronger every single day. Yeah, starting, of course, right around 65K mark. Look how bright that is, guys. That is huge. All right. So again, still looking bullish, guys. Of course, up and to the right. It doesn't take Neo to look through the matrix and see that short term, mid-term, we're still bullish on Bitcoin. All right, let's take a look and see what else is going on with the overall sentiment this morning. Last time we looked, the stock market was at 32 last night. It was sitting at traditional fear. Let's take a look and see where we are right now for the stock market. 39. Damn, climbing almost back to neutral. We haven't seen it back to neutral in what, 3 months? That's been so much fear. So much fear. Look at the crypto as well. Let's take a look at crypto on Fear and Greed. 16. That's some of the higher levels we've been at. 21 was the highest I think we've seen the past 2 weeks. We'll see if we can start climbing out of extreme fear again soon. Looking at, it's going to be hard with software selling off though, just to keep that in mind. Let's take a look at, the Dixie. How is the Dixie holding up? 98.62, still down into the right. I do love to see this. Another day down on for the Dixie. 5 days in a row now. Chugga, chugga, chugga. Kill the dollar, kill the dollar. That's what I like to see today, every single day. Moving on. Let's take a look at the crypto bubbles here on the day. Top 100 assets all looking pretty green today. Tau is down 18%, continuing to sell off. How? Why? The only answer I have for this happened again last night in the middle of my live stream. It was the first 9% anyway. Now down another 9% this morning. Almost 10%. Yeah, the only thing I got for you is with some of these pullbacks, Worldly Financial has a problem though. That's different. They might be doing some shady stuff inside with their USD1 coin and borrowing money back and forth. Who knows what they're doing? Yeah, Tau. The only thing I got for you on Tau's pullback was basically just people de-risking, coming in for some bad data we got yesterday. That's it. That's pretty much it. AI, taking off some AI risk. I mean, it's too much. Everyone's looking at AI right now as a concern. That'd be my biggest guess as why that's selling off today. Other than that, I don't think there's anything wrong with the project. I didn't see anything last night. I looked again this morning. Let me know if you guys know any different. But yeah, that's the only narrative I can see playing out right now on Tau. A lot of people, of course, concerned about that pullback. Taking a look right now, of course, on the weekly, we're looking for any assets that are down 15% or more. Again, Tau, it's fit right into that slot. It's the only thing now down 15%, other than Worldly Financial, which I would not touch that with a 10-foot pole. Freaking scummy. All right, looking at Siren, looking at 300% again on the weekly. Siren continues to do the damage, working its way back up for another peak, maybe into the weekend. Again, AI, man, I don't know. Maybe let's see a little more bleeding. Who knows? It's a meme coin, though. Take a look at on the monthly. We're looking for assets that are oversold 30 or 40%. Not a damn thing is 30% off. Not even close. I don't even look at my PiCoin. That thing could go to hell. And a handbasket. WorldCoin. God, I don't like any of these coins. WorldCoin, of course, another dystopian future coin. Put your eye in an orb and get $50. That was the narrative from 2022. Going back in the past a lot. 4 years ago, my God. Yeah, I'm still feeling some kind of way about that. Midnight, of course, the most oversold right now. On runner-up with some utility, I guess. Yeah, I'm still not a big fan of Midnight. But either way, yeah, that's the most oversold asset right now that I'd probably look at maybe buying up. Again, your picks are slim. Looking at the top 200 doing the same thing over here. Rave continuing to rip. Another 300% on the day. This one just moved into the top 200 just yesterday. We covered it. This is a coin for the ravers. And it's got a lot of partnerships, of course. I think it's going to be bigger in like Europe, facilitating concert tickets and all sorts of sales for music and events. So that's what Rave is. Of course, Rave DAO. Of course, that just entered the top 200 yesterday. We did a little bit of a deep into it yesterday. Stark now 9%. Again, the biggest mover here today is Rave again. Crazy. All right, looking at the weekly here. River's the only thing oversold here on the weekly. 30% off on a week is a really good pullback, but you guys already know that liquidity is moving into a different privacy coin, and that is right now a little bit of Zcash and a little bit of Monero. Mostly Zcash is getting the liquidity back from River as it moves back and forth between the sector. Again, the only thing that's oversold right now, 15% or more, 30 or 40, and again, River continuing that sell-off, 40% off on River, Sentient, IP, Kite, And those are it. Those are the only assets right now that fit in this oversold category here on the monthly. The only place you can look at right now to get any sort of an opportunity right now is top 200 on the monthly, guys. You got 4 picks. And, ooh, it looks like I'm going to be buying more IP today as it just broke 50 cents again. I've been buying every day. IP is under 50 cents. All right, guys, that's it. I wish there was more, but again, that's the only opportunities we have right now. DCA with yeah, at your own risk. Again, not financial advice.
I'd buy that for $1.
Alrighty, let's get back to Doomberg, guys. I feel something else is breaking. Something else is happening. The world is so full of doom today. They're on break. Let's look at CNBC. Factory orders. What are we talking about here?
Level on expectations. 46.1. 46.1. Do I have anything lower than that? I don't. I have 47 and change, so another one that goes beyond mine.
Yeah, whatever. I do want to just mention this. I just pulled it up. I, of course, have been showing you guys that's more than likely what's going to happen. A inverted head and shoulder now starting to form. Maybe this is it if the war is over. I showed you guys that yesterday. It's starting to look like it's starting to play out. Again, same sort of pattern we had last year, just not as extreme, right? Not as extreme as we saw last year to the downside. Again, we could see the extreme if the war continues. We get boots on the ground and it goes on for weeks to months or years. Who knows? Who knows? Hopefully this is it for the stock market. We can continue to get back on track on the trend. That would be the best option right now, I guess, for traders. All right, getting back into it. 72,400 Bitcoin still continuing to rip to the upside. I showed you guys earlier on the order books. There's a lot of buying happening. If we do slip to about 71,000 or 70,300 or higher, again on that pullback, we still haven't even seen a wick to any of these key areas yet. At all in days. We had a couple of wicks down here at the bottom or the top of our parallel channel at about 70,500. But other than that, everything else has been pretty much to the upside. Hormuz Strait, of course, accepting Bitcoin if true. For every ship, every vessel is going to be huge for the price of this asset class. All right, let's get back to it. What else?
University of Michigan sentiment numbers are certain.
Give me something juicy, man. Come on.
What's going on in the Middle East, it's a real question of how long it lasts, and that'll give us a better clue as to how long these levels on some of the data I just gave you will last as well. Seema, back to you.
That's important context, especially on consumer sentiment. Rick, thank you. Let's turn our heads now to Iran ahead of tomorrow's expected meeting in Pakistan. Megan Casella joins us from Washington on what we can expect as we count down to what could come of this meeting between the U.S. and Iran, Megan.
That's right, Seema. A lot to watch. Vice President Vance taking off for Pakistan just a little over an hour ago, and he told reporters on his way onto the plane that he expects the talks will be positive.
Yes,
if the Iranians are willing to negotiate in good faith, we're certainly willing to extend the open hand. If they're going to try to play us, then they're going to find that the negotiating team is not that receptive. So we're going to try to have a positive negotiation. The president has gave us some pretty clear guidelines, and we're going to see.
Vance is leading the U.S. delegation alongside Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, while Iran's parliamentary speaker and foreign minister will lead the talks for their side. Now remember, Witkoff and Kushner last sat down with the Iranians in late February, but they were unable at the time to reach a deal over Iran's nuclear program. So adding Vance this time around could shift the dynamic at least a little bit. He's a known anti-interventionist, reportedly was the most opposed inside the White House to full-scale war with Iran. So there is some speculation, guys, that could make him more willing to strike a deal. But the biggest obstacle is that while these talks are...
Okay, I have to get this out. He's one of the most... What? Best intermediators in the White House? What? Do I have to get the quote that he said? Of course, calling all Chinese people peons, peasants. Oh my God. He's going to start a war, guys. It's over. We're cooked.
Nuclear program and enrichment of uranium, over sanctions and the presence of the U.S. military in the region. So, guys, a tall task for this negotiating team and a lot of questions about just what they'll be able to accomplish.
Megan, are we looking at a situation where we'll have dual track talks with Vance in Islamabad and then the Israelis and maybe Lebanese in D.C.?
Yes, that is very likely. There has been confirmation that the Israelis are expected to sit down with the Lebanese government, with U.S. officials present as well in D.C. Sometime next week, we're expecting that. But the thing to watch here is a couple things, I would say. Yes, it's a positive step that Israel's committing to talks with the Lebanese government, but Netanyahu is out there emphasizing to his people that this is not a ceasefire in Lebanon. The attacks will continue. These are also talks with the Lebanese government and not with Hezbollah. So there's a lot going on there, pretty far, I would say, from any sort of resolution. That threatens to disrupt the ceasefire, so we'll see how well they can proceed on these two tracks.
Yeah, I don't know about all this, guys. We got those videos yesterday. I think Cliff showed them, actually. Of course, shout out to Cliff, our tinfoil hat correspondent and expert, Cliffy boy. Thank you so much for doing what you do, man. But yeah, on Thursday he did show a video of Tel Aviv just sitting in peace, and the guy walking on his phone watching the the headlines. People are saying that it's under attack, and he's like, Are we at war right now? He's just looking around at the beach, and everyone's just chilling out. There's no fire, flames, or smoke anywhere. Yeah, and we did have someone from Tel Aviv show up on the channel last night. He didn't say anything about it either. So yeah, are we being lied to? More than likely. I do gotta get this one out too. Crypto Quinton in the chat updating us on Tau. So this did happen yesterday. BitTensor. Subnet developer Covenant AI said Friday that it is leaving the decentralized artificial intelligence network, accusing BitTensor of operating under a concentrated governance structure that undermines its decentralized claims. In a Friday post on X, Covenant AI founder Sam Dare said that the team could no longer build on the raise for BitTensor because of its governance was not meaningfully distributed. It is decentralized theater, they say. Jacob Steves maintains the effective control over the triumvirate. I don't know what the hell that is. Resist any meaningful transfer of authority and deploys changes unilaterally whenever he chooses, without process and without consensus. Kind of sounds well, not quite. I don't want to say that. Okay. The dispute cuts the core of BitTensor's decentralization pitch. Covenant AI alleged that the founder Jacob Steves, known as Const, exerts outsized influence over governance and network operations and acquisitions. Steves denied. BitTensor's governance documents described a transitional system in which triumvirate, I don't know how to pronounce that, of Open Tensor Foundation employees holds root permissions alongside the Senate rather than the fully open governance model. Okay, so there is discrepancies between both parties, and they're not getting funding from Covenant AI anytime soon, according to the two heads of both companies. All right, so that's what happened with BitTensor. So do with that what you will. Could be a good buying opportunity. We've seen this, of course, happen with partnerships leaving projects, and then, of course, everyone buys a dip and it just moves on. So you just never know. Do your research again. Only risk what you're willing to lose when betting in this market. Let's get back over to Doomberg real quick and see if there's anything happening over here. Anything else updating?
A different one. It is currently up now about 4.7%. That's after Ukraine's top negotiator with Russia said that he sees progress toward a potential peace deal. This Ukrainian telecommunications stock.
Right. Same thing we just heard from CNBC. The great mediator is coming. JD, the caveman Vance, will be on the ground soon to call everyone in Iran and Pakistan peasants. Get your shit together. Wipe the shit off your boots and get back to it. He's gonna say something stupid, I know it. All right. Consumer sentiment right now is terrible.
But for the 100 millionth time, everyone knows prices are higher now. Everyone knows there's a short-term issue. How long does gas stay at $4.25 or $4.50? When Russia happened, gas prices at the pump spiked up to $5, but they came right back down. Yes, there was a bear market in the U.S., but of course the Fed was tightening interest rates. But the economy wasn't meaningfully destabilized by that because prices came down quickly.
Yeah. So I actually just said this the other day. Exactly what he's saying. I said back in 2023, oil prices were skyrocketing. They were like $121 a barrel or something like that, 120. And Bitcoin broke out to $30,000 from the all-time low, or I guess the all-time low that year. A new low in the bear market. The bottom again was in around the same kind of factors as well. And back then, Bitcoin was at $15,000 on the low, and basically doubled in a few months after we did hit that on. I'm gonna try to get back to the chart. Come on, do the thing. Come on, there we go. Back here in the bear market, yes. So about $15,000 Bitcoin, of course, in a few months' time, doubling, pretty much doubling, from March to breakout in January. But the bank started collapsing in March, and then the rest of the timeline with the high oil prices around the same time. Ukraine also broke out in that time too. We had basically a new war, which no one's even talking about anymore. We had a war, high oil prices. And Bitcoin still doubled in that short time period. So again, I still feel like the bottom is in, or at least close to being in right now. After, of course, we just got through all of this all over again. Cool. It looks pretty similar now, doesn't it? Looks kind of similar, doesn't it? Let me clean up my chart and do that circles again. My God. All right. Yeah, looks pretty similar. Looks pretty similar to what we saw back then. Eventually, obviously, guys, law of big numbers, we're going to see diminished returns and also diminished losses as well, right? Law of big numbers, eventually. Of course, it all comes for all of it. All right, moving on. Consumer sentiment is shit. I went over that this morning. Gas prices are... economists are threatening $10 per gallon in California coming soon. I feel for you out there, Cody. I feel for you. So a lot of people are going to probably start pawning their silver and gold. Speaking of which, let's take a look and see how silver and gold's holding up too. We haven't looked at that in a day or two. Gold right now sitting at I have too many damn coins on my charts. Gold sitting at $4,700 an ounce. Still on the trend. And it broke out a little bit there. And silver, same thing, still on the trend. Broken out a little bit too there on silver. What's going on with the stock market? Again, I just showed that earlier. Okay, it's still looking like it wants to do inverted head and shoulders. We got a gap though. Okay, cool. We'll see.
Smooth sailing, but generally the U.S. consumer does like to spend on various things. And listen, Delta and the other airlines, Delta said 5 of the strongest days they've ever had have been post the war. Now some of that's going to be front loading to try to get in front of the spike in air prices, and we've already seen the headlines about baggage fees, et cetera, et cetera. But people...
Yeah, I got some really good tickets during the last government shutdown. Speaking of which, they still are shut down, right? All the government workers are still not getting paid at these airports. Oh my God, man! What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Oh shit! When will the government shutdown end? No one's talking about that either. There's so much doom, guys. We are fucked.
Stupid!
We are so fucked. All right. Okay. We're nearing the government shutdown. 8th week today, Thursday. That was yesterday, April 9th. Though a House vote today to end the DHS shutdown is unlikely as the House Democrats push to pass an Iran war powers resolution aimed at reining in President Donald Trump. A bipartisan DHS funding bill passed a Senate vote, but the next vote to end the government shutdown stalled on the House floor. The House Speaker Mike Johnson, Louisiana, a Republican, grappling with how to rally the House Freedom Caucus behind a plan to reopen DHS. So it still has not opened. I cannot believe, man. No one's even talking about this anymore. Nobody. I don't hear this at all in the headlines. Oh, man, it's funny. I cannot help but laugh. This is ridiculous. All right, let's get back to crypto news now. It's about time. We're 15 minutes late going into this. Too much doom, guys, happening on the world stage. All right, what else is going on here? 10 minutes ago, Bank of France calls for tougher MiCA limits on stablecoin payments. Yikes. Requirements of self-custodial wallets above $5,000 or more. What? Reporting requirements. Okay. Self-reporting. Okay. Bitcoin analysis sees $55,000 price Iran bottom by December of this year. All right, so this is coming in from somebody. We'll take a look at that piece of doom there. BitCat rolls out SpaceX linked pre-IPO proxy with Republic. So I guess there's a proxy rolling out that you can get exposure to the IPO for SpaceX if you wanted to. World Liberty signals phase World Liberty Financial unlock vote after early holder backlash. Yeah, there's a lot of backlash happening right now. World Liberty Financial, as they just borrowed a whole bunch of money in order to buy their own coin and then send it somewhere. I forget what the hell happened. We were talking about last night. I just stay away from it. Aether halts bridge exploit, promises compensation after $90,000 loss. We already talked about this one, and all this other stuff is old. Moving on. Let's go over to CoinDesk. What does CoinDesk got for us, other than just getting in front of my face and annoying the hell out of me with this stupid video every day? Yes! Inflation. Bitcoin gains after core CPI rose less than forecast 0.2% in March. Right now, Bitcoin's sitting at 72,800. Still can't keep a good coin down. Oh, I guess Yoji, the king, you can't keep the king down. This morning. What else we got? Binance offers UAE staff temporary relocation as Middle East conflict continues. That's interesting. Binance offers the UAE staff temporary relocation in the Middle East. So I guess they're worried about more of their operations getting targeted, possibly. The crypto exchanges say the UAE operations remain unchanged. Many staff have chosen to stay, and it continues to serve users globally without interruption. The relocation option follows weeks of conflict that have disrupted major crypto businesses and sport events across the UAE. Even as Abu Dhabi reopens or deepens its regulatory ties with Binance through its Abu Dhabi Global Market Framework. Okay, what other headlines we got? Bitcoin gains of the CPI, HSBC, Standard Charter, lead group, land, Hong Kong's first stablecoin licenses. Looks like, again, Hong Kong is ahead of us. As always, again, they were the first ETF to offer like-for-like ETFs in Hong Kong. That means like one-for-one Bitcoin, and you get Bitcoin back when you get your cash out. We're starting to do that in America, but again, we're like 2 years behind. Okay, Hong Kong granted its first two stablecoin issuer license, HSBC, Anchor Point Financial, and Standard Charter Ledge Group that includes Animoca Brands. The HKMA assessed 36 applications that had signed into initial round that would be limited. Decision to license the city's note issuing banks first appears to be deliberate. HSBC Standard Charter is now only 2 of 3 commercial banks authorized to print Hong Kong dollar banknotes. All right, cool. We're farther behind again. Bitcoin holds steady as inflation data looms. BitTensor drama unfolds. We already covered all that already. Davey Bailey's Bitcoin holder Nakamoto is trying to stay on NASDAQ with a reverse stock split. Quantum safe Bitcoin now possible without a soft fork, but costs $200 a pop. New research shows there might be a new solution for you if you want to get ahead of this. New scheme for the Starkware researcher works under existing consensus rules, offering an emergency fallback while BIP 360 awaits activation. And again, more than likely by the end of this year, we're going to all have, of course, quantum proof Bitcoin. The method works with existing consensus rules by requiring massive off-chain GPU computation, driving estimated costs to $75 to $200 per transaction. Yikes! Making it far more complex than standard payments. Framed as the last resort for emergency tool rather than the permanent fix, QSB contrasts with the long-term proposals like BIP 360, which seeks protocol-level quantum resistance but are likely years away from activation. Yikes. All right, we'll have to wait and see how this year plays out. But I don't think I'll be sending my Bitcoin anywhere anytime soon for $200 per, $75 to $200 per transaction. There have been times in the past where fees have gotten that high in Bitcoin's history. I do remember in the height of 2021, the craziness. We were seeing like $100, $200 transaction fees for Bitcoin. So those days are probably well behind us since the developers kind of got that locked down. What else we got? What else we got in the headlines? Let's take a look real quick at how about cryptonews.net. Anything just kind of out there and crazy. How much Bitcoin can Big Bull strategy buy this week? Here's the latest data from their stretch offering. Let's find out. What is Structure has been purchasing total last week. Bitcoin Treasuries.net predicted that based on Stretch's transaction data, that the strategy might purchase approximately 4,500 Bitcoin. The company itself announced last week that it had purchased 4,800 Bitcoin. Strategy is currently raising capital through Stretch, and looks like they might be doing about 8,000 this week to announce again on Monday. So that yeah, watch out, guys. More Sailor purchases coming soon. And as Bitcoin just crosses $73,000 again, guys. There it is. There it is. Oh, get off zero. If you guys don't have any Bitcoin, load up some while you still can. All right, let's get back to the chat. How you guys doing? How you guys doing in the chat? What are we doing? What are we doing? I think Vance gave himself that title. Yes, I do. I agree. Los. He probably did give himself that title. And he also probably begged. He probably begged the Trump administration to, of course, get this arrangement with Pakistan. They were trying to see who's bigger. What? What the hell? Crypto Quint, what do we got? What do we got in the chat here? You guys are nuts. Covenant. Okay. Statement from Covenant AI, still, of course, on this update for BitTensor. Over the past 2 years, our team has delivered that on the Vision Covenant, 72 billion parameter model, trained permissionless across 70 independent contributors. We did not seek attention. We sought to prove the decentralized training works. When a single actor can suspend a subnet's emissions, override a owner's authority over the own community spaces, publicly depreciate projects without process, and use token sales as a coercive mechanism to compel compliance. That is not decentralization, it's a centralized control with decentralized branding. Calling out, of course, BitTensor. All right. BitTensor operates as a triumvirate structure. I don't even know how to pronounce that or what the hell it even freaking means. Let's just do it deep real quick on what the hell that word even means. It's not in my vocabulary. Triumvirate is a political arrangement. Whoa! We're getting coins blowing up right now. Ooh, it might be a buying opportunity actually for my position in Gwei. You guys are, yeah. Oh, look at that. Down to, yes, it is. You guys gotta hold real quick. I'm gonna buy some Gwei. Sorry. I gotta do it. I gotta do the thing. I've been trading this in the shower here recently, too. All right, I'm gonna buy, let's see, about 10,000 tokens. How about that? I'll buy 10,000 tokens of this particular asset. Yep. All right. In Gwei. If you guys are not Gwei enough, you might want to look at some Gwei today. There we go. Just bought some Gwei. All right, another dot for me, guys. Another dot for me here, right on the trend line. Cool. Awesome. You guys saw it here live. Let's go. Oh, jeez. All right, I had to do it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. We're going back to where we were on Covenant. Triumvirate, whatever. I can't even pronounce that. It's probably French or something. Triumviratis. Whatever. It's a triarchy or political institution ruled or dominated by three individuals known as a triumvirs. All right. The arrangement can be formal or informal through the three leaders. The triumvirate, whatever pronounce it, are notionally equal. The actual distribution of power may vary informally. Okay. That's what they're calling. Three individuals who manage the multi-sig for the network upgrades, presenting the community as a distributive governance. It is not decentralization theater, of course. That's what they're calling. Same thing we pretty much covered earlier. This is a huge statement from Sam Dare, founder of Covenant AI, of course, used to partner with BitTensor. All right. So yeah, there's a continued update from that in the news. What else we got from you guys now? In the chat. What else is breaking? There's too much chaos today, guys. Too much chaos. What was the time frame on that drop in 2023, Otaku? Brandon. We can get back to that too. I love talking about the past. I guess I'm showing my age now. Back in my day, Bitcoin was $15,000. I bought a few coins back then. Those are good days, good old days. Back when the market could still pump on good news, as something Trump would say, right? All right, time frame on this for the bear market. Again, I can't talk about that without also talking about the time frame also diminishing for these new bear markets, right? So Kathy Wood also made a statement last week or 2 weeks ago now. I don't even remember anymore. And I've been running with that as well. Basically citing that the overall bear market from basically the pullback to the rip has been about 800 days, 900 days, you know, give or take, right? Depending on when you want to measure it, right? Between top to the bottom. Yeah, and we pretty much have that every single time in the bear market. You can even look at the absolute bottoms here, and you can see it diminished as well. If you want to take the entire length of the bear market or not, I'll do this one. Let's do orange strength. Get that solid. There we go. Yeah, you can see this even back here in the lows, the absolute lows you could have purchased Bitcoin at, having almost every single time down. Yeah, so it could be again that, yeah, the bear market is over. I mean, that we're coming out right now. We're at the bottom. More than likely, this could be it, guys. This could be it. The absolute lowest you could have bought Bitcoin could have been this tiny little window here between, what, 60,000 and 63, right? Again, we haven't seen 63 in a minute. So yeah, this might be it, depending on how you want to look at it, the overall length of the bear market or just the lows. Yeah, we're having it almost every single time. Every single time. We went originally from what, 800 or 900 days to about 400 days, and then now we're looking at about yeah, maybe 200, and we're already about 70, 80, 90 days. What are we at now? 90 days. Almost. We're getting to 77 days right now since Bitcoin fell to 60,000. Yeah, about 90 days. About 80 days. 77 days, something like that. All right, that's the idea, right? So I can't talk about the timeline other than where we're at right now in the overall cycle. Yeah, the timeline here, of course, originally in 2021 to 23, the bear market, of course, from the peak of 21. Damn it. The bull market peak in 2021 in November to the bear market bottom in November of 2022. It took about a year to go from top to bottom. Yeah, we touched the very, very bottom in November. But this time seems to be kind of different, guys. Again, we hit a new all-time high a whole entire year before the post-halving, right? So we hit a new all-time high before. We've never done that before. Again, there's a lot of things that have been, of course, different this time around. Institutional demand, everything else buying, Michael Seller buying basically more than we can even produce in a single year times 2. Yeah, and that's the idea. So keep that, take that with what you will. It's still something I show all the time. Yeah, I'm bullish for upside. You can't keep Bitcoin back forever. Can't hold it back forever. All right, where were we? Holy shit, dude, my chart is such a mess. All right, let's get back to 73,000 still being tested. Let's take a look at the order books again. It's going to be a long live stream, man. I cannot keep up with all the chaos today. Still on top of our baseline target for Bitcoin. Again, we called for baseline bear last night again. Can't stop winning. So tired of winning.
We're going to win so much.
Tired of winning. All right, let's get back with you guys in the chat. What else we have here? Take it up with the blockchain. It's on Trace how they take it out, where the money goes. Well, if we get a Solana funded gift card, what? I'm gonna trace that guy. Boom, Mike drops his nabs in the chat. Cliff says amid the cash shortfall, USPS halts pension contributions. What? Which will free up $2.5 billion. Damn. They're also charging 8% now more than they did last year, right? Okay, so that's what the normies were searching for last night. We gave them a little bit of credit for looking up some of this stuff last night on the normie searches. Cash flow shortfall has led to the U.S. Postal Service to suspend employer pension contributions starting Friday. The decision impacts the federal government's retirement system. Damn, dude, no one's gonna retire with anything anymore. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. All right. We got to get back to yeah, what's going on. Take a look at the big charts. Bitcoin just ripping now, blowing right past through the bear shorts, ripping right past them. Tempting them to short about 72,500, just to smash right through 72.3 and continuing to rip. Next stop is 73.5, and it looks like the bears don't really have too much more set up. for that move either. Again, bringing you to you live for free is Kim with the White Snowland on YouTube. Guys, don't pay for what you get free. Oh boy, yeah. Only about $1.2 billion right now in overall volume ahead of the Bears. The Bears. About the same thing we saw this morning, other than just complete destruction of the Bears shorts. I told you guys this yesterday that the Bears haven't been able to produce a really good structure yet to combat this. They're probably really afraid of shorting right now until Bitcoin starts to stabilize, because yeah, they're just getting wrecked left and right. You can see here we just lost. They just lost a whole bunch of ground, leading all the way up to about 74,000. If we continue this, man, we could start to see a possibility of 76,000 in the near term. This is on a Friday, guys. I never expect this kind of crap to happen on a Friday. And again, on the live, yeah, I did have, ooh, damn, I'm gonna have to start taking some profits here soon too. Shit, Zama's up another 5% from the last time I took profits. I gotta go, man. I gotta start doing this. Maybe not quite 5%, 3% from the last time I took profits. Yeah. All right. Let's get back to, yeah, Doomberg.
You probably didn't read the fine print.
Correct. Even though the fine print is on page 1.
Yes. Yes.
But you're right. I think that, that people don't read the fine print. I think they wanted to take money out, and all of a sudden they're like,
yeah, of course. Everyone's, yeah, running for the banks, man. Running for the banks. Running to the pawn shops to get more money. And they're running to the banks.
For the debt, we will pay for the interest, and we will make a profit. And I would look at how CoreWeave has performed in
all right, talking about CoreWeave still. Let's get back into crypto Twitter. Let's do some doom scrolling now. It's about time that we do some doom scrolling. Loading into 10:30 now, almost 11 o'clock in the United States Eastern Standard Time. 73,100. Still climbing, guys. Still climbing. Let's take a look. What, yeah, Real News X has for us. Bitcoin's going higher, says Michael Saylor an hour ago. Taking a breath of fresh air on top of the tallest point in the city. What the hell, dude? BitTensor has crashed 27%, wiped out nearly $900 million from its market cap. Whoa! Oh, damn. $9 million in Tau longs are also liquidated. This came as Covenant AI, a major project Tau, announced that they are leaving BitTensor and reportedly sold. Iran just became the biggest Bitcoin buyer on Earth, and we've been talking about this now, guys. 130 ships cross daily. For context, yes. This earns Iran earns about 3,600 Bitcoin a day, and of course Bitcoin can only be mined about 450 Bitcoin per day. That is the 8x entire daily mining supply. MicroStrategy took 4 years to stack. The 500,000 Bitcoin it has, Iran could do the same in 5 months with a toll booth. Yeah, and I was going through the numbers again last night and this morning. It's stupid, guys. It's somewhere like. Somewhere probably probably somewhere between an average of 80 to 100 billion dollars, or is it $1 billion? Yeah, $1 billion a day. It's crazy. That's on the low end. If each tanker has about 2 to 3 million barrels of oil, and they do not increase to any more than $1 per barrel. I'm telling you, we're gonna want to stop this. We're going to stop this. I've been saying it for a few days now. This is gonna be probably a long war if they're gonna continue to do this. As part of their demands. Honestly, I mean, I'm feeling some kind of way about it. I don't know. Well, in one case, it's like, I'm not gonna be able to get any more Bitcoin. Other cases, like, oh, it's great for Bitcoin prices. Okay, I feel some kind of way about it. I'm kind of divided. You can't have this going on forever, guys. It's unsustainable for the Bitcoin, of course, price we're at now. Supply and demand will usher in. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the overall demand right now on Bitcoin on CoinGlass. The overall amount of Bitcoin left on exchanges. Again, this metric broke the other day. We lost like 1 million out of nowhere. That was, of course, incorrect, as I, of course, cited it that day. Looks like right now they're starting to, pop up a little bit here. Still looking at about 2.45 million overall, the lowest we've ever seen on Bitcoin, of course, in years. If not, this is not the record low we've ever seen, period. All right. What else is going on? Doom scrolling over on X. Continuing the doom scroll. About ready to slow down, though. I feel like we're hitting a wall. I was hoping more doom from the AI. The AI news we got. Breaking: Fed will officially release the balance sheet at 4:30 p.m. That was yesterday. That was at the 9th. What did we get on that anyway? I don't even know what the Fed's balance sheet was. Let's see. Yeah. Fed balance sheet. April 9th. I didn't hear nothing about it yesterday in crypto news. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna be able to just find it that quickly or whatever. Screw it. Yeah, the headline from Brian Armstrong yesterday. I cited that yesterday. What else we got here? Sene Takaichi. Japan has now approved a bill to classify crypto as a financial asset. We already talked about that this morning. Breaking U.S. men aged 18 to 25 will automatically register for U.S. military draft. We've been talking about that for weeks. Again, we're all going to be pushing this out to what, 42? Yeah, 42 on the minimum limit. Breaking CPI inflation raises high to levels since 2024. I heard 2022 this morning. What is it? Is it 2024 or 2022? Whatever. I'm over it. It's always going to be higher. Okay, holy shit. Jack the Ripper says the Iranian oil was always the plan. Donald Trump 39 years ago citing Iranian oil.
Why couldn't we go in and take over some of their oil, which is along the sea?
Some of their oil. All right, Alex Becker in my feed today. This is energy altcoin, not sharing which one. I'm not here saying which altcoins are last year was smart. I'm saying there are tons of insanely good energy, privacy, robotics, and AI altcoins just sitting at a way oversold market cap. All right, so there's one he's showing right there without telling you which one it is. Cool. Thanks for nothing, bro. What the hell? Altcoin 2026. AI, it's just all AI. Here's your gun. That's so funny. We're going to war. CIA Secret Service weapon Ghost Murmur explained. We talked about this yesterday or 2 days ago. They were citing this and basically advertising it as the way they found the jet pilot, one of the jet pilots, of course, that was lost. They used a heart rate monitor that's tuned in with AI to find a specific person based on their heart rate. It's insane. That's how they found it. All right, my parents, how is your Bitcoin investment going? I heard Trump is pro crypto. No. Just in Bitcoin developer Avihu Leve announces the quantum safe Bitcoin transactions without soft forks. We already covered that this morning as well. As of right now, you're gonna have to pay for that out. Was it $75 to $200 per transaction? Yikes. Morgan Stanley Bitcoin ETFs smashes record demand confirmed. Best launch in the firm's history with $1.7 million shares on one day one. Of course, that's 444 Bitcoin on the first day. Let's see where they're up to now. I checked on this last night. It wasn't updated from the first trading session. Let's see where it's at today on BitcoinTreasuries.net. Of course, just adding Morgan Stanley to the list with the lowest fees available right now, the ETFs. Or it should be down here in the trenches. All right, where are we at now? For Morgan Stanley, there it is, 651. So they got another 100, another 200 roughly in the last 24 hours. Again, reported. They're usually a day behind, so it's probably likely to be closer to maybe 800 or 1,000 now, just based on the average trading session. All right. Anything else going on here? Goodbye warehouse jobs. You got your pallet jack right there. It's so much easier, so much more simpler than your forklift. I want to see what the weight limits are on those, though. I used to drive a forklift.
What are you, stupid?
A long time ago. The Fed now is the worst possible situation. Yes, they are stuck in a rock and a hard place. I keep saying this. Now there's no going back. Just now, U.S. CPI has been released and is really, really bad. As of an hour ago from Crypto Rover, U.S. CPI spiked 3.3%, its highest level since March of 2024. Core CPI also came in high as well, 2.6%. Its highest level since this year in 2026. This is the first major inflation print, and it's already showing that things are getting out of control. The market is already expecting no rate cuts in 2026. We had last month, I think they were calling for one in December, and now they're calling for none now, according to this post. Here's one problem. Inflation isn't the only concern now for the Fed. U.S. GDP growth is really, really bad, and people are losing their jobs and not replacing their jobs. And the private credit market is breaking while the housing market looks really weak. This means that the Fed hasn't been able to control either of its mandates. The Fed's goal is 2% CPI and 4% unemployment, and right now both things are going up. If the Fed tries to save one thing, the other will break. And again, rock in a hard place. You either save the economy by cutting rates, or you destroy the economy by hiking rates. It's that simple. It really is that fucking simple. And if you do nothing, you just wait for something to break first. That's it. If the Fed tries to save one thing, the other will break. And other the energy crisis hasn't shown in full impact yet. With the Strait of Hormuz still closed, this is the only going to get worse. And unlike 2020 and 2023, the Fed will do nothing and just watch the economy head into its worst crisis in decades. And I hope to get out of the States before then. I hope to anyway. We'll see the timeline. Probably won't make it. I probably won't make it out, guys. Sorry. I probably won't make it. People didn't used to be able to send money on the evenings or weekends. Brian Armstrong sending me, showing this old trusted meme. I love it. Back in my day. Actors are so cooked. Yes, so cooked. You can of course replace everyone in any scene with anything now for less than getting anyone on the stage or set. Anything else going on? Breaking Japan. Japan's 10-year yield is the highest level in a century. Again, we're still going to be more soon. More rate cuts coming. More than likely, we're going to be seeing another rate cut in Japan on the 28th. Again, put that in your calendar, the 28th. We're going to probably be staying up really late that night, too. Treasury Secretary Besson calls for Congress to pass the crypto market structure bill before it's too late. Yesterday, of course, they're making a huge push to get this shit done. Of course, before the midterms. Anything else happening? I think it's pretty much it, guys. I think we're pretty much, running into a brick wall here. Bitcoin sitting at 72,800. About time to head on out, I think. Right? Maybe? Let's see how you guys are doing in the chat. Ghost Burmer is perfect for dystopia. Yes, 100%, Jake. They said they can find you. What was the direct quote? We can find anyone, anywhere, at any time. This is scary shit. Yeah, that's what they said. List of psyops right now is tremendous. Yeah, it is scary. Braveheart, scary. Read the fine print while we probe your ass. Probably. How you doing this evening? This morning, Jake the Snake. Good morning. Oh damn! Brandon White says thank you, Otaku. Just picked up 150,000. Zebek. No guay. For Nebs today. Like and subscribe, please. Don't forget. Yes, don't forget that. Of course. I need the shilly, guys. Do it for the igniter of the dumpster. Thank you so much, Brave. Yes, guys, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe down below. More winning coming soon. We just broke 1,190. So we're getting really close to 1,200 subs here. Any day now, guys. Brandon White says we have over 600 F-35s in Japan. It's second wave over. Second with over 100. Why would we be flying an F-15 Eagle into Iran during the day? Things that make you go, yeah. Yeah, up to 6 Dara on ADA, says Jake now. Maybe. Let's see. How much am I up on ADA? Again, calling out Jake the Snake for a play that we started doing for ADA. ADA oversold AF right now. ADA AF. Oh, look at that. Damn. I'm probably up a lot more than $5. Let's take a look. I am up about how about $15? Not too much just yet, but yeah, we did see, of course, a little bit of an upside swing. I will be another buyer again if we do hit the trend line again. I unfortunately was sleeping at 6 o'clock in the morning today, so I did miss that pullback. I haven't set up my alerts yet either. Just reminded me on ADA. We are in an ADA trade right now. That pullback is ridiculous, guys. All-time lows, basically hovering over all-time lows. Still stuck in a downtrend, attempting to break out. The chart looks pretty good right now, so I do want to probably play a little bit down here with some of my gains this week from Gwei and Zama. Still waiting for Zama to break out even further, guys. Zama's, of course, been doing some damage this morning. I'm going to be doing another take profit here if we do touch 2.5 here, hopefully soon. Hopefully. Market cap's still pretty small though. Overall market cap's still hovering around $52 million. So still waiting for a much higher market cap. I got about half out of this position already. I'm also a buyer if we come back down again to the trend line. So again, I'm still playing the range here. I want to get out on all my trades before Bitcoin 2026. So again, by the end of the month. All right. Get back with the king. In the chat, up $6. There you go. Congrats, profit. Geez. Cliff says, Ghost Murmur, anyone here remember the Xbox motion detector device? Xbox motion detector device? The one in South Korea aligned DMZ and could detect humans from animal heartbeats? What? Late 90s, early 2000s. Well, Xbox came out in early 2000s, late 90s. Yeah, so that would have been it. Yeah, I believe Xbox came out in 2001, maybe. Braveheart says, Oprah, what a joke with her blue house near Lahania that survived the fire. Is it like an entire circle of fire around her house is the only one that survived? Yeah, that's probably the lasers doing that again. Like the Palisades last year. Brandon White says, by the way, I was one of your first trip. How was our first trip to the moon? That seems like we lost people's interest now. Yeah. They did. They are going to be landing today. I'm not sure the timing on that. Artemis, yeah. Cliff says it was the little black sensor that would not buy your TV. What? To check your motion. Maybe called Kinect. Are you talking about the Kinect, like Kinect? The Kinect? That was 360 era. That would have been late. That would have been early 2000s, like 2010, 2008. I think that happened. It happened in like 08 or 2010. The Kinect device, yeah. 2007, yeah, 2010. There you go. Jake the Snake. Thank you. I was right on it, man. I got a video game library in my head. I sold the real stuff. It sucks. Okay. Anyway, guys. So yeah, we are still in some trades again over on the Patreon. If you guys want to hang out with the Chaos Crew, all you gotta do is hang out and pay $15 a month. That's it. That's not less than a bottle of Tito's, less than a date with your mom. Definitely less than a date with your mom in 2026. You kidding me? And of course, less than the price of Netflix in 2026. $15 a month. All right. And of course, you guys can get in on our trades and give you guys alerts every time I do a buy or a sell. I gotta let you guys know about the sell the buy I just did though. Damn it. If I have time, damn it. All right, Clarity Act timeline. What has to happen fast? I'm thinking of like June, July. What are they calling for? Okay, this is a tight legislative sprint. April, only 2 working weeks. Again, they only have so much time on the floor. Markup may be scheduled. Senate Banking Committee vote must happen immediately after. Banking and agricultural versions must be merged. Key provisions likely written. Bipartisan support. Democrats must be secured. Guys, we just got confirmation from Brian Armstrong. He was the strongest opposition to this bill, saying that he is here to work towards, of course, getting this done. And so that just came out 2 days ago. So this is exciting to see this start to play out, hopefully soon, and to get this going on the right direction. May, very limited time frame. Bill must get to the Senate floor time, pass multiple votes, align with the House if needed, sent to the President's desk before May 21st recess. Yeah, because they're going to go on recess again, like always. If any of this slips, timeline likely pushed to 2027 or later. Yikes. This is a high-speed, high-stakes window. April is action. May equals execution. And then we're watching the trigger print right now, phase right now. Position yourselves now. The markets are watching too. And I'm assuming we're actually going to start pricing this in if it actually starts to get momentum. Again, buy the rumor, sell the news, right? And we're probably going to get a little bit of that happening ahead of the actual vote. All right, let's see what else we got over here in doom scrolling, guys. Before we head out for the day, looks like everyone's on break right now at the very moment. 10:50, about 10 minutes away from 11. We'll hang out at least to 11. President Trump, Palantir has great war fighting capabilities and equipment.
That all the allies, Arab and non-Arab in the Middle East, may or may not be users of our platform as well, and that's expanding rapidly.
He's, of course, referring to Project Maven, their defense software that is used to target specific individuals and sites as this war continues between the U.S. and Iran, Carl. The stock, even though they've seen a pretty big jump, not only in their government business, but commercial, which is up 127% year over year based on their last quarterly report, the stock is down about 30% this year, largely due to this whole story around Anthropic and displacement fears.
6-week low yesterday, as you said, 30% for the year. It's actually, I mean, last 3 days, it's down almost 15%. And we should just take a moment to say how remarkable it is that the President of the United States comes out and essentially issues a buy rating on a troubled name.
Really interesting. We know this company, specifically Alex Karp, has been supportive of President Trump, so interesting to see. Clearly, I'm curious what the conversation was between the two that led to this post.
Yeah. Oh my God,
stock
I'm
off
so tired
the
of
worst
it.
levels of the day.
Come on,
All right,
on.
still to come on the show, a big fall off the highs for some of software's biggest names. We're going to discuss what's behind the big move lower.
Bitcoin doesn't seem to care though. 73,000 still chopping around 73K. Another rip up to the upside. The highest candle we've seen so far this week. Again, we just touched 73,000 last night. Again, 6 p.m. right before of course, the evening show. We do, of course, cover the open for the foreign market every single night. All right, 73,000. Damn, just still ripping, man. No pullback in sight. I've been asking you guys every single day, are we going to break 70K? I'm not even going to ask you guys today, man. This is getting ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. Again, I showed you guys this morning, if we continue doing this in the same sort of fashion, eventually we're going to start to level off and then see a pullback. And I'm still looking at that, man. Are we going to see a capitulation at some point? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It could be that the news getting around that Bitcoin is being accepted to the Strait of Hormuz. This is counterintuitive to what the America's needs are, right? They don't need, of course, another currency challenging them for petrol again. That's they've already lost about 15 to 20% of overall petrodollar use case over the past 3 or 4 years, when they lost the 100% petrodollar in the Middle East. What was that, back in 2023? Yeah, it's been coming down every single month ever since. Now we're sitting at like 82 to 85% use of the dollar trade in oil. That's losing its footing. All right, and of course now Bitcoin's being set up as a tool to just receive oil at the for 20% of the entire world's supply. That's ridiculous. And I already went over those numbers. It's ridiculous, guys. We're talking like an average of like $100 billion going into Bitcoin every single day if we go back to normal flows of energy out of the Strait of Hormuz. And that's going into Bitcoin only. You can't afford to do that, guys. You got to get off zero. Make sure you have some exposure to Bitcoin.
But there are things that they have fixed. So let's start with the...
All right. I think I'm over it, guys. I think I covered pretty much everything. We're hitting a brick wall. They're talking about Nike now. I really don't want to talk about Nike here on my channel. I don't care about that shoe manufacturer. CNBC this morning on break. And let's take one more look at crypto Twitter. Anything else breaking before we go? Again, it's been a crazy, wild ride. I mean, just a quick little recap. War continues. Caveman, JD Vance, the caveman, is heading over to Iran, Pakistan right now to mediate a deal, right? We'll see how that goes. Strait of Hormuz is offering, of course, safe passage through a Bitcoin tool. And AI is now about ready to take over the entire world. Everything's fine. This is fine. We're all fine here. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right, guys. Let's see what else we got here on Crypto Twitter before we head out for the day. And of course, we'll be back at 8 p.m. tonight. Latest, Coinbase CEO backs Scott Bessent's clarity push. We, of course, mentioned this yesterday. If you guys were sleeping under a rock, and I just talked about this about 10 minutes ago. Japanese bonds are going parabolic. You know what happens next. U.S. Secretary Scott Bessent said the Scott Bessent crypto market structure needs to pass this spring Got to get it done. He said this on the news now.
Quick on this crypto legislation that seems to be hung up in the Senate. Secretary, do you expect that the Clarity Act will, in fact, come back for a markup? And why are we having a debate about bank margins? Where do you stand on this? Do you think crypto platforms should be able to pay rewards, pay customers for moving stablecoin or money out of traditional bank deposit accounts and keep them on crypto platforms? Where are you on that issue?
Again, Maria, I think what we're seeing in the crypto market over the past few months means more than ever that the U.S., we need market structure, we need clarity, and we need to get this across the line this spring. We got a few recalcitrant actors who said, well, it'd be better to have no legislation than the legislation we don't want. And I think both on the banks, the other crypto firms are united against them. So we need to get this across the line. The U.S., under President Trump's leadership, the U.S. is becoming the crypto capital of the world with
All right. This is actually old. I remember hearing that. I remember hearing this one. Yeah, this is old. Everyone's just pushing it because of his recent statements. All right. Alert! Stunning development. NATO has agreed to help us secure the Strait of Hormuz. What? That's coming out of 4 hours ago. Secretary General Mark Rutte indicated that the coalition of around 22 countries, mostly NATO members plus allies, is coordinating to ensure the free navigation of the Strait of Hormuz. They got to shut down the Bitcoin valve. They have to. I told you guys we're gonna go to war over this. And it seems like, NATO's already stepping it up. Crazy. You cannot threaten the the world reserve currency. Anything else? One penny today stretched added a range of $100 to $101, $100 and a penny, while it traded over 3 million shares of volume. And again, it showed you guys the estimated amount of Bitcoin they're going to be announcing next week is probably going to be somewhere between 7,000 and 8,000 Bitcoin or more. Again, they continue to buy up more than we can even create. Scott Besson calling urgent street meeting. Of course, this is going back to the cybersecurity risk, the AI stuff again. In the last 19 days, jury in Oakland is going to decide whether the entire legal foundation of the AI industry is built on fraud. Everyone thinks Musk versus Altman lawsuit is a billionaire grudge match. We're getting some statements on that more this morning.
That OpenAI went to a for-profit, or is trying to switch to a for-profit from a non-profit.
Yeah, they're going back to that. Yeah, that old, that was when OpenAI was originally open, literally open for, non-profit. That's old news. Michael Saylor bought $400 million in Bitcoin this week himself. At $70,000 on price. All right, I think that's it, guys. I think we're hitting a wall. Lark Davis tweets Anthony Pompliano on Fox Business. In a Fox Business interview, Anthony Pompliano warns of AI supersonic tsunami is here. Structured jobs, of course, will be all swallowed up. And of course, I show you guys all the robots, like the pallet jack this morning. You don't even need any more forklift or drivers. Honestly, China's been way ahead of us on this. They've had entire tankers being unloaded for years, and the shipyards all those workers have been replaced now for years, all automated. Yeah, and that's in a bigger way than just a forklift driver. All right, Cryptos R Us. George, I'm George. You're George. Are all talking about Tau, of course, dropping 20%. Now it's down almost closer to 30, maybe. I don't know. Gold's now overtaking U.S. Treasuries as the largest component of gold's central bank reserves for the first time since the 1990s. We talked about this weeks ago. As the dollar is still losing its global reserve currency. All right. Citibank says Bitcoin will reach $189,000 this year. I think that's still their target. They said that at the beginning of the year. JP Morgan was calling for 180. So again, around the same time, same sort of number. I guess, guys, we're done. We're done. I'm hitting the same thing over and over again. All right, let me catch up with you guys and head on out for the day. Bitcoin's walking nice and polite up the trend line. Yes, it is. Effing A. Yes, 73,000 still chopping. Neb saying, I just want to talk to you right now. Now, Redman, Let me love you long time. Oh my God, what the hell? We got Pat Stackums. This morning says propane and propane accessories. propane addicts. What the hell? World's most powerful reset. Ooh, Cliff. Don't tease me with a good time. World's most powerful reset. Coming from Don. Shut up. That came from his official. No way. No way. He did not just say that. No way. We got to confirm this. What? Doom. So much Doom. I love it. I love our Doomtastic Chaos President Donald Trump. Wow. The world's most powerful reset. Oh. Ooh, Zama. My alarms are just blowing up today. All right, let's take a look. We got to take a look at this this trade I'm in before we go. Again, if you guys are in the Patreon, you already know about these trades. Up 7% now. Hitting my target. Am I going to sell? I'm going to sell a little bit. I'm going to sell a little bit here at resistance. Just a little bit. Just a little off the table, man. Just a little bit more off the table. Letting you guys know on the live as I do this. Zama. I'll just take maybe a couple $100 off the table. Nothing too much. Just a couple $100 off the table. That would put, what are we looking at? 10,000. Yeah, I'll sell like 10,000 coins. All right. There we go, guys. Taking just de-risking a little bit here as we attempt to break out again on a wick. Boom. A little bit of a sell action there. Boom on Zama. To the upside, again, just hitting resistance. I still have an F ton of coins, man. I'm waiting for a bigger sell. But again, every time we see a breakout, I want to get a piece of the action, take some profits off the table, guys. You never, of course, go broke taking profits. Waiting for 60 million market cap to hit. That's around 26 cents on Zama. And then 26 cents, 2 cents 6 on Zama. And then we're looking for bigger ones, like maybe 100 million market cap. Coming soon. It just got a new partnership announced today too, I believe. I remember seeing some sort of headline about that this morning. Let me see if I can get that for you guys too, if you guys are, of course, participating in this. Right. I know a lot of people are just kind of, still de-risking and just kind of taking a backseat as the war is going on. But this is where the money's made, guys. This is where the money's made. Of course, Warren Buffett said famously, you gotta buy when there's blood in the streets. You gotta buy when there's blood in the streets. All right. It's not working now. Coinbase crash. I already got my sell in, but I'm trying to get back to the news I read earlier this morning. Zama's got a surge following. I'm not seeing the same thing I saw this morning. Different. I don't know. All right, guys. All right, I'm probably going to call it. It's been a long day. 11 o'clock now, Eastern Standard Time. Again, just showed you making some money on the live. $73,000 still holding for Bitcoin. A good day on a Friday. Not normally seen on a Friday. Low liquidity on Friday. Still waiting for a pullback. Still waiting for some sort of capitulation. We are getting tighter and tighter here, and so I'm assuming at some point we are going to level off. Maybe we're just going to run this all the way to 76. And we're going to have to really get tight here really fast too. 76,000 is the highest we've touched here in the last 3 months. Climbing out of the 2-5 event. Again, we're just kind of, we should have already been here. If this war didn't escalate, we would have already been up here, right? We would have already been testing some of the low, the high 70s into 80. And then the following 2 weeks, we would have been testing the low 80s. Again, just kind of doing this two week progression here. So we're still behind. We're still a little behind, being a little bit offset by the old geopolitical nonsense. So maybe we're just playing catch up. Maybe as the market kind of comes back, maybe we can knock out this deal, and we'll be back in the 80s in no time. We could actually shorten this entire cycle. Again, this will be the shortest bull cycle we've ever seen, or bear market we've ever seen, if it's true. All right, guys, I'm gonna be heading out. Have a great day. Stay safe out there. Don't do anything stupid. You guys know the drill. Don't do anything stupid. Don't hold too many dog, frog, cat coins into a bull market, right? Into a bull market. Only risk what you're willing to lose. You guys know the drill. Don't trade with leverage. Yeah, that sort of thing. All right, guys. I'll have a great day. I'll see y'all soon. Stay safe. Stay safe. Later.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my keys. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Do my world with more wrong and let me huddle forever more and more and more and more and more. I want more. Hollywood shop in the door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
What the heck, Cliff? Cliff on the way out showing the the international rock paper scissors championship in Japan. Oh, what the hell, Cliff? That's freaking awesome.
Ready?
Go! I already lost. Shit, guys. That's how the market feels like trading these days. Hit and miss, hit and miss. All right, guys. Have a great day. I will see you all again 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we, of course, cover the weekly close. And, of course, where Bitcoin's likely going to go throughout the entire weekend. Who else can show you where Bitcoin's likely going to go entire weekend with 99% accuracy here on the channel? It's retarded. It is. I'm just going to say it. It's retarded.
Stupid.
All right, guys. We'll see you all soon. Have a great night. I will see you again later.
Watch the cash burn, land fade. A new world rises, we've made the trade. The robots are rising, ICE taking the crown. But we're the ones that won't back down.
Bet.